Good morning viewers, hope you're all okay and you join me at the Anglesey Transport Museum. I'm on holiday in Wales for a few days. This came up on recommendation, so I thought too good to turn down. Straight away we're greeted by a couple of agricultural things. Got a Massey Ferguson 35, a Land Rover lightweight, that's for you Alex, and we also have a Series 3 over there as well. So let's go in and have a look around. So as you can see, this is the main car gallery. We'll have a closer look at that in a minute. But where I am now is we are at the motorbike gallery. I don't know anything about motorbikes really, but I'll come around and I'll record them for you all the same. Most of these look like British motorbikes to me. Oh, is that a BSA Bantam? I do know a little bit about those. Yes, that is a Bantam. I actually got that right. That's a surprise. Another one here as well. I know what this is, of course, the Sinclair C5. Always amused when I see one of these things. It was meant to, I don't really know much about, meant to be a prototype or something, isn't it? Or some sort of plan for a futuristic design. It never really caught on. I do like old bikes, but I'm not really a biker, as you can imagine. Oh, got a Veloset here. I have heard of those. Because I do watch Drive Tribe videos, and Richard Hammond does put his motorbikes on there sometimes. So I have picked up a few little things. Got an Enfield there. I wonder if there's a Brough actually, because me being from Nottingham, that's where Brough was based. Triumph here, another BSA. Sidecars are always good to see. This there. What is that one? Oh, AJS, yeah, I do know that one. Bonneville, that's quite a famous bike. Royal Enfield, Panther. Oh, this is interesting. 1970 BSA, looks very different to the BSAs that most people have seen. Oh, the Raleigh Chopper, that's got Nottingham origins, the Raleigh Chopper. So we're at the cars now, so we'll go around them and have a look. Start with this Jaguar XJS. And this is the Daimler 250. The Daimler version of the Jaguar Mark II. Here we have a V8 Pilot, that's a really nice car. Got a Zephyr there, Mark 1 or Mark 2, I'm not quite sure. Doesn't say on here, but it's a Ford Zephyr. Here's a Mark II Cortina. 1600E it says on there. And here we've got a RS 2000 Escort Mark II. And we have a Mark 1. Oh, look at those wheels on the RS 2000. They're usually black, those. They look different. Oh, a two-owner car as well, this one. And then we've got a Mark 1 Escort just here. And that's your standard 1300, that one. That's not a fancy, sporty one. Here we've got a rather rare British car. This is your Van den Pla 3 litre, this one. Van den Pla Princess, sorry, not 3 litre, 4 litre this one actually. This is a Hillman Minx. This looks like a Humber Sceptre. And I'm right. This is one of your early Rover P4s, that's the Cyclops one, because as you can see it's got the central headlight, because it was inspired by the American Studebaker, this was, the design of it, but then they moved on from the central headlight after only a few years, I think, maybe not even that. And here you've got a Mark II Jag here, the Jaguar badge one. You can see the leaping cat on the front there. That's nice. Yeah, good lineup so far here. Got a nice old garage display there with a Ford Pop there, or a Prefect, I can never tell between the two. Got the more bikes here, there's a Norton. And here we've got an Austin 16, it says on the information there. And we've got this van here, which looks really nice. Let's have a look around the front and see what it is. Local business there. Is it a Morris? No, it's not, it's a Fordson. That's nice, 1952. Really nice condition, that one. Got another van here. I do love these old sign writing logos on these things. Yeah, it's a Ford Popular. And here we've got a Pontiac Silver Streak. This is a Dodge of some sort. Dodge 6. Got a Zodiac here, Ford. And another one here. And an MGB GT, the rubber bumper versions. And look what we have here. Hey, Van den Pla Allegro. Allegro man's got one just like this as well. What is it? What engine? 1500. And the window's open so we can see inside it. Ooh, beautiful. And here we've got an ADO 16, the Morris version, and my grandparents had one of these as their first car. And here we have an Austin Big 7, so while the later ones of these, the Austin 7 was obviously a very pioneering car for its time. This was the later version of it. Another important car here, the A35. Got a family in there, as you can see. Not all looking that healthy. We've got a few minis here. Got a mini pickup, a mini van, and your standard 80s mini, and an Austin 10/4. And over here we have another Zephyr. And we have a Maestro here, the Austin Maestro. Typical 80s Britain, that one. And we've got a rather nice and charming Triumph Herald Saloon there. This is like a 1200 to me. Or 1250. Yeah, 1200 this one. And then we've got a lovely Rover P5 here. And we have the legendary P6 here next to it. And this is the V8 as well. And look here, we're going all agricultural now. I do love a nice display of old tractors. So this is a Fordson Major E27. And then we've got a Nuffield. We've got several Nuffields around here actually, but this one's a Universal 3DL. And we've got a McCormick Farm Wall just over here. And these are a lot bigger than you think. I mean, this is me. I'm literally standing next to this now, and it's almost as tall as I am. I didn't know they were this big. And this here looks like a Leyland to me. Let's just get back a bit and get it in shot. And then we've got a few more here. This is another Ford, but I don't know what type this one is. But this one is probably one of my favourite machines ever. It's a Ferguson T20, and I could drive one of these. I think I've told you before on the channel, I'd love to own one of these one day. They are the simplest and most rugged thing that I've ever come across. So easy to live with these things. My grandpa had one, and my granddad when I was younger, and I used to love having a ride on it. Then you've got your standard Fordson just over there. And then, oh, what's this? BMC Mini, never heard of that one before. And this is your Fordson Major Dexter. So your smaller Major. Not Major, sorry, just a Dexter, it's a different model altogether. But yeah, this is smaller than your Major would have been. And if we just go over here, we've got another International tractor there. I can't quite see what that one is. B2.7 diesel, oh, McCormick International, there we go. Massey Harris here. And there's the other Fergie. And we have I think this one's a David Brown. I need to just check on this one. It's one of the early ones. It says Cropmaster Diesel on it. Yeah, it's a David Brown. I think a similar design of these were used in the war to like tow bombers around on airfields. Could be wrong about that. And here we've got another important, oh no, it's not a 135, it's a 185, but yeah, Massey Ferguson here. Little digger here. Got a enabling bar for the roller with a face on it, and a name as well, Dean. This one looks like an older roller to me, that's 32. This one, and then we've got a Caterpillar D2. And we have more Fergies around here as well. God, there's loads of them down here. Let's have a look and see what this one, yeah, TEF20, because some of them had slightly different fuel systems on them, which is what determines the model name, I think. Because some of them ran off paraffin. There's a Ferguson 35, just like what we saw in the car park, but this is the gold version. And we've got more over here. I think he tried going too fast there. So fast his hands have come off. Oh, central headlight, never seen one with those before. But what's great about these, you can customise these so much, you can just bolt anything to them, because obviously, in fact, I'll get round the back and give you a quick history lesson. What these were famous for was the 3-point linkage, which is this here, and it just meant you could hitch up a variety of implements. So this here is a tractor jack, because as you can see, the whole tractor's lifted off the ground, so you could change the wheel really easily. And you can see how that works just under there. That's all powered by the tractor's hydraulics, but you can put so many things on this, you know, buckets, tip trailers, grass cutters, rock crushers, all sorts of things on here. We've got another one here, 1949 this one, so this must be one of the earliest Fergies. I think it was about then that they bought these out. And here you've got a bigger Massey Ferguson. This is a 65, and a famous person who has one of these, I happen to know, is Jeremy Clarkson. Has one on his farm. Although it's not featured on Clarkson's farm for a while, this one. I'm sure he still has it. And you can see the sort of size difference between the two of them. Still very simple though. And that's got a That's got your 3-point linkage as well, just like the Fergie. And just to see how simple the Fergie is, I'll just show you. You've got your toolbox on the side there. You've got your distributor cap, your coil, your fuel bowl there, your spark plugs. And you can just see how easy it is. You've got your oil pot there, starter motor just there. Simplicity is always the best thing, as I always say. Then we've got a lineup of Nuffields here, so a 10 100, 42, which is a bit smaller. Oh, 1060, so I don't know what it is actually. Oh, so it's 10 series, so it wasn't... Oh, right, okay, it's badged as a 1000, which Nuffield never made, but it's actually got a... looks like it's got a different engine, the truck engine. And your 1042. Wasn't this the most numerous of the Nuffield tractors? I'm not sure, but it's certainly a better size, isn't it, for if you're on a budget for your farming. Here's another David Brown Cropmaster. Another David Brown here as well, 900 series. And here you've got a Fulton Major, E1A I think this is, because I used to be able to drive one of these. Yeah, Fulton Major diesel, I think it's an E1A. Someone can correct me on that, but yeah, I can drive one of these as well. But I prefer the Fergie just because on here you can see the throttle isn't on the steering wheel. It's one of these, I think. I can't remember what side it's on. Just need to go around and have another look. I want to be able to remember how to drive this thing. Yeah, there we go, that's it. That's the throttle just there, because you can see it comes and it's linked to the engine. I think that's where it is, or is it the ignition? But either way, it's not on the steering wheel. And I just found the steering wheel mounted throttle easier to work with, really. So look at that. That Leyland looks quite interesting. It's got a bucket on the back of it. It's a Coles crane, a Pelican loader. We've even got a section of old lawnmowers in here, or small little implements. These are quite big as well, Dennis. Doesn't say when this one was made, but they started them in 1922. Loads of little trinkets over here. Don't know what this is. This looks like a... Oh, that is a lawn... Oh, some of these are lawnmower. That must be a transporting trailer or something. And we've got a new section here. Got a decidedly Welsh Land Rover here. Tow truck. That's a Series 2, I think that one is. Ooh, Lotus Carlton. Got an Esprit. Got some more Land Rovers here. Series 2 here. This is a Series 02 again. And this is your forward control one. Very different Land Rover to what you usually see. Got a nice Albion bus there. This is a Series 1, I'm sure. Yeah. We've got a Willis Jeep just here. I mean, these... I think Eisenhower was told in the war to name 5 things that won the war for America, and he named this as one of them. Could go anywhere, these could. Oh, and you can even have a look inside this bus. Oh, that smell. Ah, brilliant. Beautifully restored, this. Even where you put your luggage is even ornate. Then more stuff down here. Got a Humber Pullman just here, and a long wheelbase Series 3. Oh, Series 2A, not a Series 3. Oh, that's got a rotten... Oh, yeah, that needs work, doesn't it? It's got a rotten bulkhead on it. So that needs a lot of work done to it. Got that's a Sierra Cosworth just here. And I'm going to get this wrong because it's been modified. I'm not going to tell what this one is, so I'll have a look and tell you when I know. That's a Vauxhall Senator. This is a GSI. Carlton GSI. This another... No, that's a Cresta, that one, isn't it? A Vauxhall Cresta. Then we've got an Austin Westminster just here. And then another one here, another Cresta. Vauxhall 10/4 just there, behind the pillar. And a Cavalier, V6. Don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Then we have another Austin Westminster. This is your 3 litre. This is your Austin 3 litre that I got the other one mistaken for. And this one is a Vauxhall. Not sure which one though. Velox it says there. HC Vauxhall Viva. And this looks like a Victor, I think. Or the later ones. And then we've got a lovely Morris Minor Panda car. And then here you've got some stationary engines. I think this resembles your old style workshop. Crossley diesel just here, and look at that for a set of spanners. These three here are actually all Austin Westminsters. And in here we have a display of military vehicles. Never knew that Thurgies were used for army efforts, but this one quite clearly was. Hard to film these because they're so big. Did my best though. That's the back of a Leyland Hippo, because I don't know much about these military trucks. I appreciate them, but I don't know much about them, so we'll have to just do it by sight. I think this is a Saracen. Yes, it is. It was like your personnel carrier, this was, as you can see. This a Matador. That's a Bedford fire engine, that's really nice. Oh no, it's not a Matador. No, it's not. Do like these old fire engines. I think those hoses need changing if it wants to fight fires again. Got a crane here. This is a farm thing by the looks of things. I won't get all technical, I promise. Soon work out what this is around the front. It's a Thames, and that's as much as I can tell you about that, I'm afraid. There's a Land Rover here. This big crane, that's a Leyland Martian. Got another tractor here. This is the 135. This is the sort of next big thing that Ferguson/Massey. That's when they combined with Massey Ferguson. That's what they made after the success of the Fergie T20 and the 35. This looks like an Austin Cambridge, I think. Just correct myself if I'm wrong. No, it's a Westminster. There's loads of Westminsters over here. And look, we've got a workshop here. Some restoration going on. Got this Mini being done. And I don't know what that is. Someone will tell me. Oh, it does. Another Lotus Carlton. And they've even left the Haynes manual on there. That's a nice touch, actually. Putting that on there as a display/reference point. That's a cab for something. I'm not sure what though. Oh, that's a frightening thing, isn't it? That could be a gate guardian to deter any thieves. There's your standard British Army bike. I don't know what that is actually. Doesn't say. Bombardier, there you go. And then this is a Dame the Ferret, it says on there. Humber Pig. Bit of an unfortunate name. There's the fire engine again. We've got a Bedford RL here. Always been intrigued by the shape of these things. And then this here, I know what this is. This is a Green Goddess fire engine that we used only up until about 10 years ago with the military, I think. I think they are all retired now. And then we've got a comma van just here, well, flatbed around here. And we're just back over to the Saracen because there's an interesting history lesson here. So we know it's the personnel carrier. And then what you do is you then actually use the Salamander fire engine and then you make the Elvis Stalwart, the Stolly, the amphibious truck that was quite famous. So yeah, this was the genesis of it, the Saracen. And out here we've got a Hawker Hunter. It's even got a plane here. Brilliant. Sam, I can't get closer to the cockpit, but you get the idea. This was a training school plane, I think, for a long time. Mind you, most old planes would have been training school planes for quite a while before eventually being retired. And here we've got a rather interesting train. It's a Ruston 88 DS, this one, but it doesn't tell you why it's out here, unless there's something on the door that I've missed. Let's just go around here and see if we can find anything out. Some sort of disposable train, I think, with what it's connected with. Loads of these Rustons survive today. There's loads of them on preserved railways, but you don't really see them getting used much because a lot of railways that started with them have now almost outgrown the capacity of them. The best place, I think, if you want to see one of these in service, the best place is probably the Derwent Valley Light Railway in York. They've got a couple, and because they're still quite a small railway and they tend to do shunting demonstrations, that's the best place to see one of these. I think they've got 3 actually, but one of them isn't working. I want to find out what this is doing here actually, see if there's any information I can find. Yeah, it doesn't say what this is doing here. Clearly it's been modified because the front of it certainly has been, because usually you'd have the grille exposed on the 88, but it's been covered with doors there. I see a bit of rust on it, and that light isn't a standard 88 feature, so it's also been modified for a specific purpose. Oh, okay, this might give us a clue. That looks German to me. It looks like it's some sort of disposal train or some sort of maintenance or whatever, but it's definitely obviously gone to Germany. See if there's anything around here that tells us about it. No, there isn't. That's I want to find out what this is for, so hopefully someone in the comments can tell me. But yeah, I mean, that concludes the tour of this lovely museum. It's a really nice, being interrupted by a car there, really nice place to come visit. All the exhibits are clearly looked after very, very well, and the fact they've got a workshop shows they are committed to keeping them working, and it looks like they do actually use them sometimes, get them out for the odd open day, which is nice, because sometimes you go around museums and you think, yeah, these things just sit around and don't get used, but it looks like they are looking to actually use these and get them out to shows occasionally. So yeah, I don't think this will be a very long video, but thanks very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. All the best, everybody. Goodbye.